everyone, welcome back to Switching Gears. First and foremost, I have to apologize to all my viewers. It's been a while since I made a video, and that's due to an unfortunate event that happened in me and my wife's life. We lost our fur baby due to a tumor. We had to put him down, and that hurt like hell, and therefore I was not really in best interest to start making any videos. Now, the purpose for this video is because I've ordered a whole bunch of parts for the car. I've ordered a whole bunch of parts and they've been in my house for quite a while, and I haven't had the time to actually do anything or create any type of content with them. But I'm going to start doing that on the regular basis. I'm going to start giving you guys clips, install, and recommendations, as well as any changes that happen from any of these parts that I'm going to install myself. Now, I want to start with cosmetics or aesthetics with the car. So the first thing I'm going to do is, it's not really a cosmetic, but the first thing I'm going to show you is Draggy. This is a GPS based 0 to 60 measure or quarter mile. It's by Draggy. GoDraggy.com is the website. It's approximately around $180 or so. I got it at Burger Tuning, and it's actually quite small. It says to put it into the center console or the dashboard. It looks like this. Comes with 3M tape. This is it. It comes with a USB-B cable. And yeah, so it's supposed to measure your 0 to 60. I'm not sure how accurate it is. Now, I had something like this. I'm not sure. I don't even remember what the name was. Back in 2008, I had a CL Type S Acura, and I just had gotten a transmission rebuild, and one of my friends had something like this, and we were checking my 0 to 60, and it said somewhere around 5.1, which is like absolutely ridiculous back then for that type of car to have nothing stock, just a transmission rebuild to run 5.1. I think the 0 to 60 on it was like flat 6 or something like OEM. So for that to be a 5.1, I'm not sure how accurate it is, and therefore I'm not sure how accurate this is. I've seen videos on it. And because it's GPS based, it has to connect with the satellites. I can't see it being like super accurate like it would be in a dyno. But it should be close, maybe 0.1, possibly 0.2 of a difference. But I wanted to get it anyway because I want to measure my 0 to 60 while the car is stock, and I want to measure the 0 to 60 as I'm doing changes to the car to show you guys if these parts are actually doing any difference to the speed of the car or the horsepower of the car. Yeah. So Draggy, really important. I recommend it. Moving on. Like I said, with the aesthetics, moving on. I got the lowering springs from M&S spring. These are lowering springs. Now, I think that my car sits way too high. In the front, actually, is higher than the back. So I ordered lowering springs. Now, these lowering springs, I ordered them quite a while ago, about two and a half months ago, right away. The front is going to lower 1.25 inches. The back is going to lower 1. So yeah, so this is what I went with. I went with M&S. I think the logo is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. So I think I paid around 300 and change for these. I'm not quite sure. I am not going to install these myself. I will take them to a shop because I heard that you need to remove the strut to actually change your springs. So I will not be doing that myself. Definitely not. I'm sure I could. I just need extra tools, extra time, probably watch a lot of content on how to do it. So I don't feel too comfortable with it, to be honest with you. I don't want to mess with it. Changing your struts, it's a whole lot of components that have to come off that to just install a lowering spring. So I will not mess with that. Moving on, put this away. I'm going to show you guys. I got Add W1 oil catch can version 3 3.3, which kind of suits my car. Seeing that my car's engine is 3.3. Now, at W1, if you go to a website, they make a whole bunch of stuff. Heat shields, oil catch cans, blow-off valves, which I will explain later. This is what it looks like. This is version 3.3. At W1 usually makes 2 oil catch cans for the GT28 all-wheel drives and the G70 3.3. Because of the twin turbo that it has, it makes 2 oil catch cans. But they made this one. This is the most newest one and the most expensive one. I believe it's somewhere around $250, $300. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, it comes with 3 ports, single port here, dual ports here. It comes in black and red. Black and red is absolutely my favorite color. Aside from the outside of the car, which is flat white, which is what I have. I love the black and red combination. It comes with a bunch of hoses, a bunch of clamps. The clamps, I ordered them custom made, custom ordered clamps. They're red. I'm trying to get the whole aesthetic of like red and black inside my engine. These are the clamps. There's dual clamps. Dual clamp. Now these were extra charge for these clamps, but I think it's absolutely worth it because I just love the aesthetics of it. You know, you open your engine and you got a bunch of black and red components all around. You know that that car means business. So now, the purpose of the oil catch can. A lot of people could ask that don't know. They're mostly used in supercharged and turbocharged cars. And the purpose of the oil catch can is to get the excess blow-by oil from entering your intake manifold. Because your car is going to be working harder and the piston is going to be moving faster, the turbos are going to be spooling faster. You need this. I would recommend this because because this thing comes off, and this is where the oil is going to be sitting. Inside here, the excess oil goes inside of here. So once I check it every couple of times, there's going to be oil there. And then you dump it, or in my case, at W1 gave me a drain kit for free. God bless them. I did pay a lot of money for this, for an oil catch can, which shouldn't be, but it is what it is. At W1 gave me a drain kit, which I have to read the instructions on how to put them on. I don't know exactly how to put this drain kit on. I know how to put this on, but I don't know how to put the drain kit on. But that's all right. It's not a big deal. I will learn. Everything is trial and error when it comes to this stuff. Nobody is super perfect on it because everyone's car is different. Let's move on. It came with a bunch of components, but I will not explain that because when I install it, I will be going through details on how to do everything, and everything's going to be on video. Moving on, I bought blow-off valves also from W1. They are red. Now, blow-off valves go into your merge collector. I'll show you guys what that is. It comes with this little horn-shaped funnel. It's a discharge funnel, and what this is, it's just for sound purposes and aesthetics, I guess, when you open the engine. So like when you're punching it and your RPMs are revving, the minute you let go of the gas, the turbos spool and they make that sound, where like you hear like the exhale of like air just come out. So I bought these 2 blow-off valves. It came with the harness, which is here, and it will be getting installed into your merge collector, which I will explain later what that is. I will be installing these ones myself, and that's going to be in a separate video. All right, so let's move on. What's next? This is exciting. This is what's next. Dun 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 dun. Now, this is not really a big deal. you know, it's kind of cheaply made, in my opinion, for what it is. This is the Velocitech Lid Kit Big Mouth Snorkel. What that is this. Now there's snorkels. Every car has snorkels. Snorkels usually connect straight into your cold air intake or your intake, your OEM intake. And the air comes in, it comes out over here, and it hits your intake. Now these are the Velocitech Generation 4 Big Mouth Lid Kit Snorkels. And what that means is this mouth right here lights up RGB. So it could be any color that you actually want with an app. I will explain that also later in a different video, like I keep mentioning. Yeah, it comes with a harness. It comes with a raceway tube for your wire to enter inside your engine, and you go into the fuse box with this cable. I will explain how to do that. It should be fairly easy. The only thing that you have to do it shouldn't be complicated, but it takes time, is that I have to drop the bumper. I have to drop the bumper for this, and therefore I'm going to need some time to install this. But it does come RGB, and actually another cool part about this is that there's an option on the app that when you that you can put the lid kit to match whatever music you're playing. So like once the music plays and it changes beats, this also changes colors. I will not mess with that. I've done it before. I've had a car that had a halo and halo rings that was RGB, and I've done something like that. It's cool, but you know, it's not something practical. Anyway, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to mess with that. I am going to be rocking red and white light only on my car. White at night and red probably during the day, so that the aesthetics look pleasing. Now, for the people that don't know what this looks like, you can look at other G70s with the big mouth snorkels. The lid kit, it looks really cool. It's inside the grill, and it looks pretty dope, in my opinion. These were around $300, maybe $350, something like that. The lid kit. There are other ones that are not lid kit. The body can be whatever color you want it to be. The snorkel big mouth can be whatever color you want it to be, and you can order it. I think it's like $100 less. But I think that the lid kit behind the grill, I think it looks dope. So why not? I'm already spending the money. Why not? Oh, moving on. Going to talk to you guys about the secondary catless downpipe. Now, these are secondary catless downpipe. The diameter of it is 2.5 inches. I believe the OEM is 2 inches or 2 1/4, I believe. So this is like a quarter bigger, which, believe it or not, actually makes a difference. These are catless, but because they're secondary downpipes and I have primary downpipes that are catted, I will not have a check engine light, and I don't recommend getting, well, if you're gonna get primary catless downpipes, then you have to tune it so that it bypasses the check engine light, because you will get a check engine light because the emissions is gonna be horrible on it, and you will not pass inspection unless you actually have somebody in the back end to actually pass your inspection. I will not be installing these myself. These are going to be joined with an arc exhaust. I have arc exhaust on my G37. I love the way arc exhaust look. The resonator looks kind of cool, with it. But they're actually type expensive, so I'm going to hold off on that one. I will not be showing you guys arc exhaust in this video, as I have not ordered those yet. Those come a little bit later. But I am going to install them, not me. I'm going to take them to a shop. The same time that I installed the lowering springs, I'm going to install these as well, because the car's up, and might as well. However, I am going to make a video and start measuring how low it is, and the sound difference when you have this versus the OEM. These were somewhere around $700. It's from IMR, IMRamerica.com. Moving on. Hopefully the whole camera can see. Now this is probably the most expensive part that I have ordered for my car thus far. And what it is a front mount intercooler from IMR. Now I have worked with IMR to provide me with all these parts. This is a front mount intercooler, custom made. These are some of the pipes. The piping is much bigger than the actual piping that the front mount intercooler has now. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to take these out actually because I'm going to show you guys the intercooler. This goes into your intake manifold. This is the merge collector like I was explaining before. Now the blow-off valves go here and here, and this is, if you can imagine, the radiator is here, or your belt. And this is like right in front of the car, straight dab in the middle of the car. And the blow-off valves are going to be pointing either to the side or ahead of you. I think the fan is in the front, I believe. And then the merge collector is right behind it, right in front of the radiator, right behind it. So, bigger piping. It comes with the gaskets, or the sleeves, the rubber sleeves. You know, obviously this is not for that, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Comes with links, whole bunch of links. Let me put that down. Let me take this out. Show you guys what it looks like. Get off me. This is, well, it's so fresh that it actually has paint on it. Alrighty. So this is what it is. This is the front mount intercooler. It's much bigger than the OEM intercooler. It's made by IMR. I'm going to be installing this myself. I've seen plenty of videos on how to do it. I have a very good idea on how to do it, but I also have to drop the bumper when I do this. So I'm going to be doing the Velocitech snorkels along with this when I drop the bumper, because 2-in-1. I am going to be making separate videos on that because it might take me a while to do it. Probably going to take me all day to do both of them. But once I do it, should be good. I'm going to move on to probably the most essential thing that you actually need for your car. It's probably the cheapest thing that you can actually order for a turbo-based car, and that is a JB4 tune. This is the JB4. I'm going to be also installing this myself. The installation should be pretty easy aside from hiding wires here and there. This is what it is. It's upside down. JB4. Hello. There we go. This is what it is. Now this tells your computer, hey, there's more air coming. We need those turbos to work faster. It's a piggyback tune, that's what it's called. You don't need to change the actual ECU to tune your car. This works along with your OEM ECU, and it tells your ECU that there's more air coming. The turbos need to work faster. There's more air going out, and therefore the boost that you get on the turbos is slightly higher depending on the mapping that you use. I believe there's about 7 or 8 maps. The first 3 you don't have to do any water or meth injection, and after that you have to mess with the water meth injection and add more components to your car. There's installation guide videos. I got this from burgertuning.com. A lot of these things I got from Burger Tuning. And if you're going to install this, I highly recommend you install spark plugs. Now the spark plugs that I got is from HKS. I think they're called M45IL. That is what they're called. This is it. This is the spark plugs that I got. I highly recommend these over the Denso's ones, and the whole community actually recommends these over the Denso ones. They last somewhere around 10 to 12,000 miles. They're not that cheap, and it's a little tricky to actually be putting them on. But I'm definitely going to put them on myself. Now, before you put these on, you have to gap them. You have to gap them. And recommendations for this, for the HKS, is a 0.22 gap. I think they come stock 0.35. I'm not quite sure, but you have to gap them. And what I mean by that is, check it out here. I bought this gapping tool. It's a spark plug gapping tool. I bought it on Amazon. I'm going to show the link on the description. A lot of these links I'm going to put in the description on how to put it on. You put the spark plug on here and you start tightening this, and the gap inside here, let me open it up for you guys. The gap starts getting anything else I forgot about? No, I think that's it. I think that is it. Now I want to talk a little bit about cold air intakes. Now I ordered cold air intakes. Now let me give you guys a little recommendation. If you guys want to do stuff to your car, the first things that you want to do to your car is a cold air intake and a custom exhaust. You start that, at least that's what I start with. I start with cold air intakes, custom exhaust, and that's the first thing that you want to do to the car. And I ordered cold air intakes approximately about 3 months ago from IMR. Now IMR is having some issues getting them to me, getting them manufactured, and then getting them to me. So I think I'm going to cancel that and go with the engine cold air intakes. And the reason why I want to do that is because AdW1 sells heat shields for the filter of the engine cold air intake. I think they have K9 and AEM also. But I'm going to order the engine instead. And yeah, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for tuning. Again, I'm sorry that it took so long time for me to get you guys to get you another video. I hope you guys appreciate what I showed you over here. I have a toolkit that I ordered from Amazon that I'm going to be doing all this work in. I'm going to recommend a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of tools on how to do all this stuff. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys soon. Peace out.